This isn't just another podcast. It's a movement, a global wave of women from Nairobi to Nashville, Seoul to Sao Paulo, stepping out of the shadows and into the spotlight. Women who are ready to be seen, to be heard, to be unmuted. I'm Anjali Marshall, an award-winning ABC and NBC journalist and speaker, turned business strategist, coach, and mom. My mission? To amplify the voices of women who were never meant to stay silent. One woman, one voice, one story at a time. So go ahead, put on your comfy pants, grab a coffee, and maybe the remote. Are you ready to press the button? Unmuted starts right now.
Hello and welcome to the Unmuted podcast. I'm your host, Anjali Marshall, and this is where we amplify the stories of women who are rewriting the rules of success, and they're refusing to stay silent, which is my favorite type of woman. Women who lead with wisdom, courage, and global perspective. And today's guest, she's no different. Urmi Hossain is a financial services expert. She's a blogger, author, mentor, and podcast host who builds global communities and empowers women to live boldly and on purpose. Urmi's journey from a third culture kid to a fearless leader reminds us that identity, success, and self-expression have no borders. Let me welcome to the stage right now my new friend, Urmi. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm very excited that you're going to tell us all about who you are, because I think that you are a powerhouse and I want women at home to know who you are and to know your name. So can we start at the beginning? Tell me about who you are and tell me what you do.
Okay, so basically my name is Urmi. I am a woman who wears many hats. I do work in the financial sector, like you said, but I do have a lot of passions and interests outside of my 9-to-5. I am part of an organization called Women in Leadership, and I am part of the Montreal chapter as the co-chair. So basically what we do is we bring women together, so we help them to be the leaders they are meant to be. I also mentor women as well. I help them to basically find their power, find their voice, to be the women they are meant to be. And I'm also a published author, speaker, blogger, a YouTuber, and I'm recently a podcast host as well. I launched my first podcast a month ago called Stories Beyond Borders. And to simply tell you who I am a very determined, dynamic, and disciplined person. It's something that I have discovered through time, that I am someone who sticks to the plan, who doesn't give up easily, who's willing to go till the end to make something happen. And my story is a story of discovering my cultural identity. I am Italian by birth and Bengali by blood. And that has been a journey that I really had to learn on my own.
Wow. I feel like you have lived like 15 lives already. Do you ever feel that way? Because you've accomplished so much, Urmi.
No, I don't feel like I have lived 15 lives. It only feels like I've lived one so far.
Well, that's good. That's good. That means you're not tired. Your story spans countries. It spans cultures and industries as well. So tell me, what is living as a third culture kid meant to you? What exactly do you mean by third culture kid?
So third culture kid, it's an actual concept, and it means someone who grew up in a culture totally different from their parents' culture. So in my case, basically, I was born and raised in Italy. However, both of my parents are from Bangladesh. So I have lived growing up in the Italian culture, even though my parents' culture is Bengali. But it's not only that, I also have lived in other parts of Europe. So I lived in the UK, so that had shaped a little bit my cultural identity. I moved to Canada, this is where I'm living. So that is having an impact in my cultural identity. And there are many people going through this struggle. Like all third culture kids go through these same struggles where when you ask them a simple question such as, where are you from? We just have a hard time giving an answer, because we are constantly questioned on our identity. So if I told you that I was Italian, I would be probably questioned because I don't look Italian. If I tell you I'm Bengali, I would probably be questioned too because I have a very strong Italian accent when I speak in English. And that was the struggle I went through when I first moved to Canada. People would ask me where I was from, and I feel like I just had to speak for 30 minutes telling them my story. But it was exhausting because I was like, it should be easy. And sometimes people would tell my story. Like they would tell me, oh no, but you're Italian because you're born in Italy. But then I was like, no, I'm not. I'm also Bengali, you know? So that was the struggle I went through.
So then I'm sure that you've come in contact with a lot of people who have this struggle of the third culture kid. So then once you realize that this is the challenge, what on earth do you do with that? How do you answer a simple question like, where are you from?
So I still find it really hard to answer because where are you from can mean so many different things. And there is a TED Talks about it where it could mean, is this a place where you have studied? Is this a place where you have grown up? Is this where your parents are from? Is
Yeah.
this a place where you're paying your taxes? Is this a place where you're working? It could mean so many different things. Is where are you from? What you consider home? And
Right.
so the answer is it's still very hard to answer, but I always say I am Italian Bengali. And I always say Italian by birth and Bengali by blood. And I think it just makes it really clear who I am as a person. And for me, it's important to say that because I don't want to just say one or the other. I want to say both
Yeah.
because that's part of my story. That's part of my identity. And so that's what I say. And I'm very proud of my identity. Very proud. Yeah.
I love that. You, at the beginning of our conversation, you'd mentioned that you'd written a book. You just started a podcast. Congratulations. How's that going?
Pretty good. I love it.
It's really fun, right? You get to tell
Yes.
people stories.
That's it. And that's why it's called Stories Beyond Borders, because I want people to use their voice to tell their own stories of immigration, being multicultural, being so many cultures, like having so many exposure to different cultures. Because one thing I realized is that there is a common pattern. We all go through the same struggle when it comes to fitting in, especially from a cultural point of view. Like we just want to belong to something, but we know we're different. And the whole message also of being a true culture kid, and also my own message, is that you don't need to fit a box. You just have to create your own box. And that's what I like to live by. This is what I believe in. I think it's important that you create your own world. You don't always have to belong to someone else's world. So
That's so good. So then what exactly would you say is your greatest strength, your superpower when it comes to helping the people that you're coming in contact with, like women who find that they don't fit into that box, but they know that they have a story to tell?
so this was something that I struggled with, and I had to talk about it with a friend who was basically my guidance. And what she told me to do is that you have to see yourself as a superpower. Because especially if we speak about identity, I always felt like it was a weakness, the fact that I had these two cultures in me. But then she was like, you can speak two languages, two additional languages. You are exposed to two different cuisines. You are exposed to two different traditions. You can wear two different kinds of outfits. And that's what I also tell people. You have to embrace your uniqueness, the value that you can bring, who you are. It's like there is no one like you in the world. It's just you. And I'm all about being original, being unique. And so I always tell the same person, you cannot do the same thing that the other person can do. You will all do it differently. And you also bring a little bit of magic, and you're probably not aware of it. So I always say that there is magic in us. The fact that we're different, it's our superpower, it's our strength, and that's how you have to see it.
Yeah, I love that. So you are a part of Toastmasters, is that correct?
Yes.
I want to talk about that because I think Toastmasters is such an amazing organization, but it's an organization that people sleep on. Like they don't even hear about it, they don't know about it. And I think that's so unfortunate. So, as a woman in leadership who has found your way in Toastmasters, first of all, take me through how you discovered Toastmasters and what has that organization done for you?
So I discovered Toastmasters in 2014.
Okay.
And it just happened that I went to a workshop, and this was when I was in university, and they were talking about it. So what happened is I was like, oh, I need to work on my public speaking skills.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this, I was not serious about it. Like I joined the club, I would just go there for the sake of having something on my resume as an extracurricular activity. I was so not serious about it. But then 2019 comes and I'm like, no, I need to do something about my life. And then I watched this speech from Meghan Markle. I love Meghan Markle. So I watched her speech. I saw the way she spoke. And I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. So I was very much inspired by her. So I was like, I'm going to go back to Toastmasters. I'm going to sign up. I'll be serious about it. And I've been part of it since 2019. Let me tell you this. I feel like it just boosted my confidence.
That's so great.
It boosted my confidence. I remember I went there and I messed up every time I spoke. Like I was so not comfortable. And I was always like speaking not the way I was supposed to speak. But then you get feedback from people because it's a peer-to-peer type of support where people give you feedback based on how you speak and how you present yourself. And later on, I realized that I was able to better present myself also in other settings. Maybe it was in a job interview. Maybe it was when I was speaking to someone. And then little by little, people started to like invite me to do things. Like they asked me to speak at their podcast, at their YouTube channel. They even asked me to speak at conferences. And I was like, this is the magic of Toastmasters, and people are not aware of it. Like it helps you so much, especially to boost your confidence.
I love that. And as you were on this journey of boosting your confidence, what were some of the biggest challenges that you came up against?
Definitely the fear of public speaking, because every time I had to speak, I was very nervous. Every time I was like, I don't know if I should be here. I find it really, really, challenging. And also, I have this big, audacious dream of giving a TEDx, but I have really hard time getting to one. So it's still a challenge. Like I find it really, really hard to be, I applied to so many TEDx, but I always get rejected. And that has been really hard, which means I have to like really I have to continue being part of this practicing my public speaking skills. And I also want to be genuine and very comfortable when I'm speaking. I just find that there is a lot of competition when it comes to TEDx. Like everyone wants to give a TEDx. So that has been a big challenge, like being able to give my first TEDx.
Yeah. What would your topic be?
I haven't thought about it, to be honest. I think I still want to talk about the third culture kids part. So
I think you're onto something with that. And I think that the experience that you have as a third culture kid is something like, obviously it's your story. And that's what TEDx is all about. This is your story. So, all right, listen, you are going to get an opportunity.
I hope so.
For a TEDx talk before the end of this year. It's going to happen.
I hope so. Put it there out in the universe. I'm a big manifestor.
I'm putting it out there. I really hope that for you. So one misconception about women's empowerment or a self-development misconception that you really want to change.
So this one thing that I do want to change, and I feel like we all have such a hard time, is the fact that we don't believe in ourselves. Like every single person that I speak to, they all tell me the same thing. Like, I don't think I'm good enough in this. And I'm like, girl, of course you are. Like, this
Right.
is what I tell them, because this was a work I had to do on my own,
Yeah.
on myself. And I had to like really like watch videos, read books, talk to people. And I can see how other women are also struggling with this. We just lack confidence when it comes to ourselves. So this is what I want to change.
Why do you think that is? That is so true. And I don't understand. In the area of business especially, I have talked to women and men, obviously. And one of the things that there's a husband and wife couple that I spoke to about this specific thing one time. And I remember I asked him, I was like, do you ever struggle with telling people about your business ideas or things that you're passionate about? And he said, no, my friends, if anything, my friends tell me to shut up about my ideas because I talk about them way too much. And then I asked his wife, and she said, oh my goodness, I struggle all the time. And she's wildly successful as he is as well. But I don't know. I don't understand what that is. Do you?
So I think there is an answer to it. So for my case, I think it's a bit cultural, meaning that certain cultures, women are raised to be a perfectionist.
Mm.
And so I feel like when we don't reach that level of perfectionism, we just don't feel like we're good enough. And then I feel like people around us make us feel the same way. Like, you didn't do this? Okay, you're not good. You know what I mean? And sometimes this comes also from parents that are raised in a certain way. So they raise you the same way to reach that level of perfection. And because of that, I think sometimes we lack that confidence. We're not comfortable enough to talking about what we have achieved. And then again, we talk about imposter syndrome, which is so big and I can see it. And this then is translated in other aspects of our life. You know, when we want to start something, let's say you want to start a business, or you want to start a club, or you want to be part of a group, you're just like, yeah, I don't know, I don't meet all of the qualifications. So I think it comes from cultural, how society sees us, how women are seen,
Yeah,
and it just sucks.
it does. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I love so much about your story. I love that you have done the work, Urmi. You've done the work. You have gone through and you're very open about, hey, I did struggle with this over here, but I'm getting through that. I have gotten through a lot. And my hope is that women will see you and see themselves in you and know that their story is worth telling. So thank you for being here and for telling your story.
Thank you.
Do you remember when I told you we had a game to play?
Yeah, I'm so excited. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. It's called Hot Mic. It's 15 fun, strategic, rapid fire questions. These are very strategic and silly questions, but sporadic. So here is question number 1. Are you ready? Oh, so sorry. Rule number 1, and the only rule, you cannot think about it. Just whatever comes to mind, that's what you say.
Okay.
Okay, number 1. Your favorite language to speak?
Spanish.
Your go-to pump up song for boxing or running?
Oh, okay. You know that song from Black Eyed Peas? Pump it, nada, pump it.
I love it. Okay, I'm going to be putting on Fergie after this. Thriller or mystery novel that you recommend?
No, this is hard. I love
Just
thriller.
one.
Can
Don't
I?
think about it.
Okay, can I give you the name of the author though? She
Yes.
does the best books. Frida McFadden.
Okay. I'll settle for that for right now. What's a book that changed your perspective?
It's called My Dear Friend from Mira Patel, where she talks about how we should see fear as our ally.
Oh, interesting. Most unexpected Toastmasters lesson?
Most unexpected lesson?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh,
Don't
that's
think.
so good.
Don't think.
You have to be I want to say you have to be nice when you're giving a feedback. Don't be cruel, because we tend to be cruel. That's one thing I learned. Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's a good lesson. Dream podcast guest from anywhere in the world.
Meghan Markle.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, yes.
Despite all the things that I know are like floating around on the web about her, I actually have heard that she's a kind person.
I think so too. I like her.
I like her too. Comfort food after a big workout.
Pasta all the time. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Okay, biggest leadership challenge that you faced so far.
It's hard to motivate people.
Your LinkedIn tip for shy professionals.
You need a nice professional picture.
That's a good tip. Everybody needs that, right?
Yeah. Some people put their dogs in it. I'm like, no.
Please stop doing that. Don't do that.
Yeah, no.
Best advice for women in leadership.
Be true to yourself.
Most meaningful feedback that you have ever received.
Meaningful feedback. Oh gosh.
You're thinking.
I am thinking. I should not be thinking. I would say to always incorporate stories to whatever you're telling to people.
To personalize it.
Yeah, be a storyteller.
That's so good. Be a good storyteller. I like that. Your secret to staying organized with so many hats that you're wearing.
Google Calendar.
The skill that you are proudest, or is it most proud? You're most proud of mastering.
I wouldn't say I have mastered it, but I'm getting a hang of editing stuff like on YouTube or podcast.
Okay, editing videos.
Yes.
Nice. The country that you would love to live in next.
So hard. New York.
Okay.
I love New York.
I can see you in New York. I could see you in New York. Absolutely. The country that you would like least to live in right now.
Oh, that's hard. I think every country has something to offer.
That's a great answer. I love that. Here's what empowerment means to me. You complete the blank. You fill in the blank.
Give yourself permission to be whoever you want to be.
I love that. A quiet victory that you celebrate the most.
So hard. So hard.
A quiet victory that you celebrate.
I feel like I have celebrated something the last couple of weeks, but I have it.
Come on.
I have it. I made fresh pesto from scratch. It was so good. Let me tell you this.
Nice.
So good. Yeah.
Okay, I see a cooking show in your future, ma'am. The next big goal that you're working toward right now.
I would like to self-publish a second book.
Okay. And do you have any milestones that you're working toward? Like, I'm going to have this done by this time.
Hopefully, I will have a TEDx delivered before I reach 35, and I feel like I'm not that far to reaching 35. Yeah. And definitely for the book, I haven't given it a timeline, but it is part of my short-term goals.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. You made it through that. You did. You were amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I am so excited for women to see your story because I know that there's women of every age group, but sometimes I think it's so important for us to see a woman who has a story that can match ours. And I know that there's a lot of women out there who they have a different cultural background. I actually spoke to somebody yesterday who is of Korean descent, but she grew up in Venezuela.
Wow.
And so she said, I connect with both parts of my background, but it's just complicated. And that's the word that she used. It's complicated. Yeah. So I know that women are going to watch this and they're going to be like, somebody sees me. They understand me.
Yeah, for sure.
For those women, tell them how, and others, tell them how they can follow you, find you, and connect with you.
Okay, so they can search me up on YouTube. My YouTube channel is called Urmi Hossain. I have a LinkedIn profile called Urmi Hossain. My podcast is available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I have also an Instagram account, and it's called Stories Beyond Borders. And if people want to find out more about the work that I do with women in leadership, they can just Google Women in Leadership Foundation Canada and look for all the different chapters. I am part of the Montreal chapter, but they can just look for women in leadership in general, and they can see all the great work that we do to empower the women in the community.
You're amazing, Urmi, and I'm so honored that I had the privilege to meet you. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for living unapologetically. That is your superpower, girl.
Thanks.
You live unapologetically, and I love that.
Thanks.
And if you are at home and you're watching this, please like this, send it to someone that you know needs to hear this, because I believe it's going to fill them up and it's going to change the trajectory of where they're going, living unapologetically. Urmi, you're amazing, and you're welcome back anytime, Mama. Thanks for being a part of the family. You are now a part of the family. High five.
High five.
All right. And everybody at home, we will see you next time on the Unmuted Podcast.
What you just heard wasn't just a story. It was a spark, a glimpse into the heart of a woman living her purpose, and a reminder that when one woman shares, another woman wakes up to what's possible. These aren't just conversations, they're catalysts. I'm your host, Anjali Marshall, and this is the Unmuted Podcast, where voices rise, stories connect, and purpose finds its volume. Until next time, friends, stay unmuted.